Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Super 80s Podcast Friend. We are a TV theme song explorer. Our mission? To analyze every single 1980s TV theme song, all genres, comedies, cartoons, soap operas, Matlock. We love it all. Before I forget, if you would be so kind and you enjoy our little podcast, if you could like and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts, it helps us out a lot. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. We'd really appreciate that. And what we appreciate even more is hearing from you guys. We love your comments, your observations, your jokes, you pointing out mistakes we've made. You can reach us very easily on Facebook. What was the John Travolta movie where his face off? Where they cut his face off and put it on Nicolas Cage?
What?
True story.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was called Faceback.
Was Julia Stiles in that movie?
Yeah. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and you can also email us, if any of you guys still email, at super80spodcastfriend@gmail.com. We'll respond so quickly it might creep you out. But anyway, reach out. We love hearing from you. But we haven't even introduced ourselves yet. Hi there, I'm John.
Hi there, I'm Ryan.
Hello, I am Peter.
And we are happy to have you here. We are three Wisconsinites, and we love 80s television, and we love starting out having a drink. And typically it's a beer, and today is typical. Fellas, what are you drinking today?
Well, I'm staying in the Midwest with Surly Furious out of Minneapolis, I believe, right?
That's a great IPA.
Outstanding beer.
Nice choice.
Yep.
I have a Daisy Cutter.
Out of Chicago.
Chicago.
Half acre. So we've got Minnesota,
Oh, yeah.
Illinois, and as a Wisconsinite, I am drinking a Wisconsin beer, the New Glarus Moon Man. If you've been following along, that one gets the call quite a bit here on our show. We love our New Glarus. We're hoping someday they'll sponsor us and send us satin jackets with our names embroidered on the pocket.
Absolutely.
That say Super 80s Podcast Friend on the back. Hey, if you're interested in buying one of those, we'll make it happen. Satin jacket, your name embroidered.
Yep.
So we got our drink. We introduced ourselves. If you have not yet cracked open a beer or a wine or a water, whatever it is that you like, pomegranate juice, get yourself a bev. If you're driving, stay away from the booze. Hang out with us. Guys, it's that time of the show where we share observations, ideas, announcements, or retractions. Ryan and Pete, any retractions from our last episode? The insane Give Me a Break.
I don't have retractions other than I'm still in shock.
That there was 2 episodes, our double penetration episode?
That's how the lyricist would have liked to have approached it. I was in shock by the double penetration, as you say, and by the raunchiness of the lyrics.
Those first 2 seasons. It's a great little... I've listened to it since we last had that episode. I've probably listened to it 300 times.
I mean, I'm still speechless over it.
I understand. It changed you.
Not for the better. Not for the better.
Engineer Pete, any Give Me a Break retractions, thoughts, or anything like that?
Nope, just mind boggled.
And then for those of you who follow along with our rankings, Give Me a Break, the seasons 3 through 6 theme, was only our second ever theme to make our Wall of Shame. So Give Me a Break and the Smurfs are now on our Wall of Shame. But the first Give Me a Break is on our Wall of Fame.
Well, that was foolish of you guys.
To put it on the Wall of Shame?
Yes!
You voted it off, too.
Not the first one.
You gave them both a thumbs down.
Yeah. Oh, but I thought the first one was on the
Wall of
Fame. The
Fame.
first one is approved.
Yeah, so you're mad about the first one being approved.
Yeah, I think you guys are foolish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
It's
talk.
okay.
Well, that's our non-retractions.
Yeah.
Let's give them a little non-retraction time theme song.
Yeah.
Non-retraction time. Why I sure need one. Yeah. I finally know where I belong. Get behind me. Give me a retraction.
Lovely.
All right. Well, that was our retractions. Hey, guys, before we wake up Conky, can we play a little game?
I'd love to play a game.
Back on episode 11, I played a game where I picked an area where we have a lot of listeners. And as a way of kind of thanking them, I played trivia with I asked some questions, and you guys try to guess what state or country it is.
Okay.
So we did that for Iowa, who I think at the time was our third most listened to state in the United States. The one I'm giving you today, and this is just now, so this could change tomorrow. It might go up one listener. Right. It can really change our numbers. So this is currently our fourth most listened to state in the United States. We're not going international, and I'm going to give you a piece of information. And with that piece of information, you try to guess what of our 50 states it is. Now, international listeners,
we have 50 states.
We have 50. International listeners, I'm going to include you guys too. I see you listening. We appreciate it. Australians, Canadians, Finns, Austrians, Filipinos. We've got a really wide variety of listeners. So we see you out there. We appreciate it. But for this one, I'm going to pick a state. So are you guys ready?
Yes.
So again, I will just give you a fact, and then you try to guess what state it is. All right. The first fact. This state has the only floating post office in the United States. It floats on a river.
A river? It's different than what I was thinking. I don't know.
Okay. Engineer Pete?
I mean,
I can take a guess.
Are we taking guesses?
You can, or you can just hold off.
I'm going to hold off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If I was going to guess, that seems like something that would happen in Alaska. Just because it's so remote. But
good guess. It is not. And the name of the floating post office, by the way, is the J.W. Westcott II. All right. Next fact. There's a couple of good ones here. The family sitcom starring John Ritter, 8 Simple Rules, took place in this state.
I actually think I know it now.
I am not familiar.
Do you want to guess, or do you just want to hear more dumb facts?
Give me another dumb fact. I'm not certain of it, but I have a guess at least.
This state is home to a crowd-funded RoboCop statue inspired by the 1987 film.
It makes it no more clear for me. I will just
okay. It does not help.
I could guess the state that RoboCop took place in.
That's kind of the giveaway. So Pete knows at this point. Ryan, do you want to give your guess that you had before the RoboCop?
Yeah. I was going to guess Maryland.
Incorrect.
I think it's Michigan.
It is Michigan.
Yeah,
it's not
point.
Maryland. Very nice. A couple other facts. Freaks and Geeks also took place in Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
Home Improvement also took place in Michigan.
Sure.
As did the hit sitcom starring Martin Lawrence, Martin. 1992 to 1997.
That was in Michigan?
That was in Detroit.
Huh.
It's also the home of the first soda, and it is the state with the most lighthouses. It has a town called Hell, and it's also home of the Uperlite, a type of rock that was discovered along the shores of Lake Superior that glows under UV light. You can also find Uper rocks or lights here in Wisconsin.
Wonderful.
So Michigan listeners, our fourth... Remember, I tried to say it last time. I can't. There's a lot of people in Michigan who listen to us, and by a lot, I mean maybe double digits.
1.
Maybe 9, 10. So Michiganders, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it.
And if you turn on one of your fellow Michiganders to our podcast, you might jump up to number 1 in the ranks.
It's true.
Don't take much here on the Super 80s podcast, friend.
What's the what's the nickname of the state? Michigan. Do we know?
When we were in the 80s, their advertising campaign was Yes, Michigan.
I do
and
remember
the theme
that.
went something like this. Yes, Michigan, the banana, bum, banana.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, Michigan, but
Dun, 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 dun.
and there were navy blue pins, and it said "Yes, Michigan" in white with
Spin-off podcasts, state marketing campaign theme songs.
I love it.
All right, we got a plan.
We'll put a pin in that one for now.
Once we
Yes.
run out of 80s and then 90s and then 70s and then 2000s theme songs. we've
Yes,
got our
Michigan,
next-
here
Yep.
we come.
Yep. Goodbye, work. Hello, podcasting and beer. We all move in together.
It's kind of like Perfect Strangers.
It is. All right, guys. We've gotten through the next thing on our checklist. We got to wake up the old man. If you are new to us, we have a robot. His name is Conky. He used to belong to Pee Wee Herman. Ryan found him in a dumpster, rode a tricycle from the valley all the way back to Wisconsin. Conky now lives in our neighborhood. He vacuums people's houses. He takes a
Walks our
jackhammer and
dogs.
helps people break up concrete if they're putting in new driveways.
Yeah.
He bongs beers and
Conky of all trades.
smokes cigs with that girl from Gimme a Break behind the garage. And he picks our song. We have no idea what song we're about to listen to. But once we do find out, Conky sends a signal to Engineer Pete's brain that allows him to know some background on the show and the theme song. So Conky, before you send that signal to Pete's brain, wake up.
Ready to assist you, Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky.
What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is full house.
Come on.
Nice.
It's a very popular one. Obviously, we're on the younger scale of the 80s age range, so probably more familiar than some of the other things. But
Man.
Yeah, it's a late 80s edition, right?
TGIF, I believe.
Correct. Yeah. I would guess part of the original lineup, although I thought we had that in a earlier episode, maybe the Perfect Strangers.
I think Perfect Strangers did not start as a TGIF show, but it got moved into that
Yeah.
slot.
When we get to episode 100, how scrambled are our eggs going to be when we try to get these facts straight?
It's going to be worse.
So enjoy how good we are now, listeners.
I don't know anything now. Like what they're so can't be worse.
Oh, man. So if you are new to the show, we start out with memories of the show. One of us will try to hum the theme song. Engineer Pete will give us some background, and then we're diving into the theme. So, fellas, memories of Full House.
Well, what's not to remember? You got Cut It Out.
I always thought I thought he was a very cheesy comedian.
Now, Dave Coulier is a Canadian.
He's a Canuck,
He dated Alanis Morissette,
also Canuck.
and he was on a show before this called, I watched it on Nickelodeon. Do you have that fact, Engineer Pete?
Are you thinking
I
of?
do not.
Are you thinking of Alanis on You Can't Do This on Television?
No. You guys talk about your memories. I'm going to tell you the name of the show.
So, go ahead.
I was going to say, I felt like I never understood how Joey could be a working comedian with his level of material.
And I think you weren't alone in that question.
Dave Coulier is not a Canadian. I'm 0 for 1.
Wow.
Carry on.
Retraction time.
Wowza. But he did like hockey in the show. He always wore hockey jerseys.
His show is called Out of Control. Also not a Canadian show.
No recollection of that.
It's an American sketch comedy television show. It was on Nickelodeon. I was right about that.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're the only person in America who remembers Dave Coulier before Full House.
When Full House first came on, I was like, that's the guy from Out of Control.
All right.
You are out on the farthest limb that you could be. You're out in hell, Michigan with this.
Michiganders and other listeners, I'm talking to you folks in Louisiana. If you remember Out of Control with Dave Coulier, let me know. Hey, we got to put that on our theme song list. All right, sorry, I keep interrupting.
Oh. Well, the first things that come to my head are The House, San Francisco, Jesse's mullet, and little baby Michelle.
She's been part of our show for a long time with her
Yeah.
You're in Big Trouble, mister.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pete, memories?
Besides for not thinking Joey was that funny, I think that kind of. I definitely dislike Kimmy Gibbler. I don't know if you guys did, if anybody did enjoy her presence.
I kind of enjoyed Kimmy Gibbler's presence. I mean, I liked the idea of an annoying neighbor kid coming over once in a while. I think they kind of overdid the Kimmy Gibbler.
Does it
Sure.
seem relatable to you now?
You know, we have a neighborhood full of kids who come and go, so maybe that's why I like the character, because I love the coming and going of neighbor
How
kids.
many Kimmy Gibblers just pop by your house
It's the best.
in a week?
It's, listeners, I've got twin sons, and it's a neighborhood full of kids on bicycles, so it's very, we've got a dozen Kimmy Gibblers in our neighborhood. It's awesome.
Now, one of the sort of trends now in TV is to bring back, because apparently writers have no original ideas, they need to bring back all these shows, right? And they brought back this show,
Fuller House.
Fuller House. Have you guys seen that?
I have
No.
not. You were quick on that, too.
Yeah. So we did. We watched Fuller House in my house, and it's good. It's good in like a very self-deprecating way. Like it takes all the cheesiness that Full House was, and they continue to be cheesy, and they just make fun of themselves. It's I think quite good.
Interesting.
Yeah, totally worth a watch. If you liked Full House and haven't seen Fuller House, it's totally worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My biggest memory of the show is I wasn't a big fan, but my buddy in middle school, Carl. Sorry, burping here. My buddy in middle school was a fan, so like if I'd go to his house after school on a Friday, we'd watch it, and that kind of roped me in, and then I'd occasionally watch it in syndication. But that's my biggest memory, is having a buddy who liked it in probably 6th or 7th grade. And as we've talked so many times, on a Friday night there was probably 4 choices.
Right.
So you're going to watch Full House, and I thought it was fine.
Right.
I wasn't a Turbo fan. I probably watched it more in reruns, like in college when there's literally nothing on, and you're hungover, a little banged up, and you're like, I guess we'll just watch whatever's on. There's like a marathon on TBS on a Saturday morning or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the other thing, in retrospect, the idea that Bob Saget, who was a raunchy comedian, was like the down-home dad on the
Love
show
it.
is so funny.
Yeah.
Word is he got frequent complaints from the child actor's parents for not watching his language on set.
Well, if anybody's ever seen a stand-up, you can't blame the guy. It's like trying to yell at Ozzy Osbourne for swearing. I think at that point it's just in your blood.
Totally.
Yeah, doesn't even know he's doing it.
Doesn't know he's doing it.
Yeah.
Yep. So it ran for 8 seasons, 192 total episodes.
Wow.
September 87 to May of 95.
Whoa, that's a long run.
Almost 200 episodes?
Yep.
Let's watch them all, fellas.
Yep. Let's start right now.
Gotta go.
And so we got another widower, just like last week with Give Me a Break.
Yeah.
Bob Saget plays Danny Tanner. Bob Saget, R.I.P. His wife dies, and he enlists his brother-in-law, Jesse Katsopoulos, and his friend Joey to help raise his 3 daughters.
Hold on. So stop right there. So so Jesse was the wife's brother.
That's the only way I can figure out the brother-in-law.
This has been genealogy time with Engineer Pete.
But how does Dave Coulier fit into it?
Danny Tanner's childhood friend.
And this is Joey
Or-
Gladstone? Is that his name?
Gladstone.
Yeah,
Did I
and
make that
apparently
up,
that was apparently a stoner joke.
Oh,
Dave
man.
Coulier named the character's last name
Oh, good grief.
Gladstone.
Because he liked taking bong loads.
Bong.
Bong, bong,
bong,
Hey,
bong.
Mrs. Garrett.
Danny's a sportscaster. Then he becomes a morning show host. Jesse is a musician, and Joey is a comedian. So much like three podcasters moving in together, I think a working musician and a working comedian all need to live in the Danny's house.
So they all have sort of like fake jobs.
Right.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Like no 40-hour. Well, I shouldn't say they could put in a lot of hours. No 9-to-5s.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Wait, so comedian, musician, and TV broadcaster?
Correct.
And my recollection was they at some point in the show they did like jingles. Like Jesse and Joey were writing commercial jingles. That was their gig.
That would.
We could probably use them
believe
to write
that.
us a new theme song.
Oh, absolutely.
So do both, you'll probably get to this, but do Jesse and Joey live in the basement together?
I don't know what part of the house they lived in. It was a big house. I don't know. Maybe they all had rooms in the normal places.
It was a full house.
So here, and it got fuller. Get behind me.
Give me a happy ending.
So I think Gladstone was in the basement, and Consopoulos had a bedroom because he had some kind of funky wallpaper. It was like bunnies or something. I don't remember.
Oh, all right.
Pete, did you find that in your research?
No,
when
Conky did not
zapped it to your brain.
beam that information into my melon. Olsen twins, they're listed as only one name in the credits because they didn't want people to know it was two separate actors. So it was like Mary Kate Ashley Olsen was how it was listed in the credits.
Always or just early on?
I think early on. I mean, I guess people.
And do
probably
they
figured it
play
out.
one or two characters in the show?
They play one character. And so I always assumed it was because having had kids myself, that kids are just difficult. So you have two people that can do the same job and like maybe one of them can perform it in a given moment. It actually was because of child labor laws.
Because if they would break those laws, you're in big trouble, mister.
Yeah.
That was it, yes. So I don't know, they had too many hours or whatever. So, yeah. Danny, when he moved to TV morning show host, his co-host was Lori Loughlin as Rebecca eventually she becomes Katsopoulos.
That's the lady who Jesse marries.
Correct.
And
yep.
Jesse had a band called Jesse and the Scorchers?
I don't think it was Scorchers.
Just in the Rippers.
Rippers.
I have
That's-
no idea. That's the first thing that came to my head.
I think you're right.
I think that is correct.
Did they release a CD or a tape?
There's a song that's, I think the song is Forever. Forever.
That could
Ladies
be
and gentlemen,
anything.
if you didn't hear that, it was "Ba-da-da-da-da forever."
Those are the actual lyrics.
Can I sing it with you?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ba-da-da-da-da, forever.
And if that is not the Jesse and the Rippers song, but you would like to enlist Ryan as a songwriter for your band, email us at 80s Podcast Friend.
Super 80s.
Super 80s Podcast Friend at gmail.com.
We've gotten some emails saying they're big fans and they just need our credit card information and they're going to be investing in our show. So I think we've got this.
We're on to something.
Closer to retirement. Yes. Regarding the song, it's called Everywhere You Look, performed by Jesse Frederick, who co-wrote it with his writing partner Bennett Solvay and the series creator Jeff Franklin. Bennett and Solvay have been mentioned on the show before. They wrote Perfect Strangers, Step by Step, and Family Matters theme songs.
Couple of ringers.
So,
Yep. I think we kind of determined they were like the house writers for TGIF.
yeah, they must have been. And I was going to go here with this, but my recollection of the song was that it's like an inspirational, like an uplifting song, which totally fits because Perfect Strangers is too.
Can you hum the Full House theme song?
Yeah.
Gimme.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
It's got the
Hey.
same lyrics as the Jesse and the Rippers song.
Can you hum the Perfect Strangers theme song? One of Ryan's top 5 theme songs in the history of television.
I have another drink, maybe I'll.
I love it.
So
can't think
You got
season,
nothing, do you?
If give me a minute, it'll come to me.
Can't do.
seasons 1 through 5 used a longer version of the song than later versions. And the Hallmark Channel reruns have used 4 different cuts of the song, including the full version. Wow. So I don't know if it depends on how much advertising they sold. They just like
Run the long version. Nobody's advertising with us. Not till Christmas season.
Yeah.
Hallmark.
yeah.
Wow.
For you young listeners, channels are things that used to exist on televisions.
One day they will again.
Nostra
All
Ryan.
that was once good shall again return.
Wow.
Should we start this song?
This got weird. Yes, we should. Any other memories, thoughts on the song, the show, or anything else before we dive into the Full House theme song?
No, let's take a listen.
I can, and it's not every theme song, but I know exactly what sounds are about to happen.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just to recap, we got a widower again,
Right.
and not exactly a housekeeper, but non-parents
Man.
living with.
Live-in help.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Although I don't know how helpful those two actually were.
Probably
Are
not
they house marms?
No. Negative.
Maybe.
Male house marms?
House Marmans.
House mermans.
House Marmans.
Okay.
You can get our T-shirt. You can get our satin jacket that says House Marman on Super 80s podcast friend satinjacket.com.
All right. Here we go.
It's beautiful. Oh, I hear it.
Quickly, can you give it a little more juice, Conky? Maybe.
Is that better?
Yeah. Let's start her over. We don't edit here on the Super 80s podcast friend. It's not in our budget. It's funky.
Yeah.
There's a cool, like the bass, boom.
Yep.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
And the drums are all syncopated.
Correct.
Like,
It sounds like a drum machine, though, almost.
we'll have to keep listening for that. And I think a lot of these probably are. I'm guessing Give Me a Break was Drum Machine.
Oh,
Drum
good.
Machine Phil Collins.
For sure.
But it's cool. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I know it's the Full House theme song, but
It's bluesy. It's got a bluesy sort of riff. That
and sort
comes
of an
through.
atmospheric.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
They're setting the mood.
I really like this intro a lot.
And I was going to say, again, I don't know why I'm just stuck on Joey tonight, but it kind of reminded me like the Seinfeld Comedy Club baseline thing.
I was going to go there as well, so I agree with you completely. Yeah, it's got that Seinfeld, real funky.
And I'm just picturing Joey up there with rainbow suspenders and some other stupid prop.
Is it fair to say, Pete, that you're not a huge Phil or Dave Coulier fan?
I think I do actually like him. I don't know. I just have a chip on my shoulder tonight.
And opening year is 87, I believe. 87.
Yes.
Okay.
September of 87.
All right. Let's get this funky thing going.
Whatever happened to predictability?
So first thing, I love the funkiness, but I love the guy's voice. Whoever is singing it, he's got like a rasp, almost a raspiness to it.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was just about to say I really don't like this guy's voice. Whatever happened to predictability?
That's a really good impression of it, by the way.
Yeah, not feeling this guy. He sounds like a guy in like a blues band who's wearing a bowling shirt who's trying to sound bluesy but isn't.
Well put. And I feel like he takes a drag of the cigarette and like the smoke comes out as he's singing it. Like
I feel like he's taking a drag of a Diet Mountain Dew as he's saying.
what do you got against Diet Mountain Dew?
Nothing. I'm just saying it sounds like.
All right.
All right. Whatever happened to predictability?
Yeah, that's what I heard. And so just FYI, the singer is Jesse Fredericks, who is one of the writers.
Well, there's your problem right there.
He's like, you know who would be perfect for this song?
They couldn't get anybody else to sing, so he's like, hell with it.
I'll sing it.
The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV.
You got something, or because he said the milk? So let me just, if I may, set the stage.
Yes.
This guy's bitching about whatever happened to predictability.
Yeah.
Milkman, paperboy, even TV.
The good old days.
Like
Yep.
so far, I'm like, Grandpa, just settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm agreeing.
Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This old world's confusing me.
Gee, what the hell is he saying?
He's not getting milk delivered, so now he's
rambling.
confused.
What did he say after the milkman, the paperboy, and even TV?
How did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This old world's confusing me.
Good Lord.
So it's like an old man in a rocking chair on his porch.
Grandpa Simpson.
He moved from Montana to San Francisco, and he's confused.
Oh.
Wow. I can't say that I remember those lyrics, other than like the first two lines.
I think I remember the edit version that cuts
Yeah.
that part out
Through
wisely.
the course of our podcasting here, do you think for the most part as a child you were listening to the lyrics?
I think for the most part, as an adult, I'm not listening to lyrics.
Okay.
I'm more of a music and melody guy.
I guess like you would have known them at the time and sung along with them, but would any of them have like actual register? Would you never think of the meaning or anything behind it? Clearly not. Give me a break. We know none of us were like analyzing that.
Woof.
Whoa.
Yeah. But I think they just seep into your head. You hear it enough times, right? And like,
They become almost meaningless.
Yep.
It's just words.
Yeah. So somebody complaining.
All right.
about-
Old man yells at cloud.
Yep,
Yep.
that's roughly where we're at.
Concrete.
Clouds as mean as you've ever seen.
oh boy, yeah.
Ain't a bird who knows your tune.
What the hell is
So
he
this
saying?
is definitely the extended version, but with clouds as mean as you've ever seen.
Old man yells at clouds, John. That was a hell of a prediction.
Yeah, it
hell of
was.
a prediction.
Yeah, it was. Ain't a bird who knows your tune.
So he's real down and out.
Oh yeah,
This guy.
This is truly like
It's a blues song.
Robert Johnson singing the blues here. Yeah,
You just compared the Full House theme song to Robert Johnson. When
Should we
was it?
re-
malted milk, malted milk.
Was it Growing Pains when I compared Alan Thicke to Lennon and McCartney?
Yes.
Now Ryan has compared.
Do you want to save the retraction for the next episode, or
Yeah,
just
it's
get
nice.
it out of the way
It's
right
nice
here?
to save those. The Robert Johnson of TV theme songs. What's his name? Jesse Frankovic.
No,
Jesse something.
Jesse Frederick.
I was close. That was
It was
for
pretty
me.
good.
That was good.
You were pretty close.
All right, Robert. What did he say again? With the cloud.
With clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird that knows your tune.
Get the hell out of here.
Hello,
Oh,
Conky.
hello.
Then a little voice inside you whispered,
All right.
don't sell your dreams so soon.
Yeah.
But
A
He's
little
getting
voice
ready to lift
inside
it
you
up.
whispers.
Then a little voice inside you whispers, "Kid, don't sell your dreams so soon." Yeah.
is he lisping?
I don't think so.
All right. Kid don't sell dreams so soon.
Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart.
It's all redemption with this chorus.
Correct.
Yep.
It brings you right back.
Man.
You can't see it, but heads are bopping around here in the studio.
Yeah.
Engineer Pete's right. It's a great intro. A shitty verse.
Yeah.
Like really
I
shitty.
can see why they went to an abbreviated version.
I'm used to the abbreviated version, and that's fine, minus the singing. But man, you get to this chorus, and
Right.
yeah,
It lifts you up. It blasts you off, right?
it sure does. Malted Milk Blues.
Exactly. Again, the callback.
Yeah, they love the call and response in
Yeah.
the 80s.
Yeah. And
What is the lyric there?
everywhere you look, there's a heart
There's a heart.
and hand to hold on to.
I never knew that lyric.
Yep.
I always thought it was you could hear the whole world saying.
Sounds just like it.
Maybe that was the other version.
Everywhere you look, everywhere's a face of somebody who
A face? Face.
There's a face of somebody who needs you.
All right. Now, is it? I think I know what's going to happen here. When you're lost out there.
Yeah.
On your own.
Yeah.
All right.
needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, light is where.
That's a good little bridge.
Yeah, correct. And he's bringing you right back down, right? So when you're lost out there and you're all alone, and then we're going to get the...
So, again, if we are analyzing the lyrics, which sometimes we do and sometimes we don't, he's all bummed out. He's feeling grumpy.
Yeah.
He's yelling at the clouds.
Yeah.
But then he realizes everywhere you look, there's a heart. Like
And hand
and
to hold
hand.
on.
All right.
And, of course, that's the whole basis of the show, right? So you've got your widower who's got to call in two bumbling spoofs to help with the kids, and he's singing the Malted Milk Blues until he brings in
Hellhound on his trail.
till he brings in the non-Canadian funny man and Beach Boy fill-in.
Dave Coulier, not from Canada.
And then suddenly everywhere he looks, there's a heart and a hand to hold on to.
Cut it out.
Unless you're Alanis Morissette.
Too legit.
Carry you home. Everywhere you look,
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah. So the one thing I always liked about this song is that riff. Boom. Ba-boom. Boom. 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 I totally forgot about that. Shibbity-bop-bop.
They get a little cute.
Yeah. And it's totally a Phil Collins drum machine.
And then a hard ending. Bum, bum. Well, there you have it, folks. Full House theme song.
It's an emotional journey.
There's a lot going on, I'll give you that much. Oh, man. The celebrated walking blues.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Well, next up, we're going to watch this. If you've listened before, this is a little quicker. We're just going to watch it and make some comments on mullets and whatnot. And then we'll vote on it. So
Yeah.
without further ado, let's take a look at these ugly mugs and see what's going on.
So you got baby Michelle. Oh, that convertible. I totally remember the convertible.
So they're driving over the Golden Gate. They're driving across the Golden Gate Bridge in a red convertible, 60s something,
Yeah.
and the whole fam
Maybe
family's in
in
there.
the 70s, maybe,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Pete, you're our engineer and
I'm
car
gonna say
expert.
60s.
It's a boat of a convertible. It's a big, I don't know what kind of
It's a Buick Regal.
Cutlass. It's a Cutlass convertible.
A Buick Cutlass Regal.
Whatever happened to
All right. So a great opening, like the picture here. You've got the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yep. Can I make a comment? Our last episode, Give Me a Break, I think the font is exactly the same
so too.
for the like theme or the title of the show.
They even probably edited some letters to make it work out.
It really looks that
It
way.
does.
the milkman, the paperboy.
They're all running through a park here doing somersaults. There's
Oh, yeah.
I get to live here.
Dave and Michelle.
All right.
Yeah.
We got Stamos sporting just a beautiful mullet.
It's a 10 out of 10 mullet.
He's puffed up in the top, long in the back. He's wearing a black shirt. I mean,
yeah.
Jesse and the Rippers.
Yeah, I mean it's 80s teased in the front. Like it's there's nothing to not like
It's
about
a good
it.
look.
Absolutely.
He pulls it off. All right, so we got Stamos right. He's your opening guy.
How could he not be?
There's Saget.
and
Swearing like a sailor in front of the miners.
Oh,
Dave
good grief.
Coulier, not from Canada, eh?
Coulier's been wearing these same damn shirts for 40 years.
They're like Hawaiian shirts, but not as fun.
I call them dad shirts. They're the dad like party shirts. So you see these guys go out for dinner and the wife tells the man, put on your dinner shirt, and he's got like one shirt and it has like, has like beer mugs on it or something.
That's a great description, actually. Now, he's got feathered on top and a light mullet in the back.
Yeah.
So whereas Stamos has got like power mullet, he's more like, I'm wearing a mullet, but
Yeah, this is
I might also teach your geography class.
Lightly feathered.
Lightly feathered.
very standard 87 mullet, I would say.
Yeah, you could pull this off pretty much anywhere in the U.S., at least in the late 80s, and nobody would think twice.
Correct.
Candace Cameron, sister of Kirk Cameron.
Yeah.
So a little nepotism, or not, there's a family connection there. Kirk Cameron, Candace Cameron.
Just get the great 80s phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a Swatch phone, but it's something similar.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Jody
Oh, look,
Sweet.
behind her. She's got Odie.
Odie.
From Garfield. I had that same stuffed animal.
Did you?
Yep.
Did you get it from their Mr. T fan club?
Mr. T sent it to me for my 10th birthday.
Take Odie,
Hey,
sucker.
fool, here's Odie. Fisherman's Wharf. They're out in San Franny.
Give me a break. They're fishing off of the wharf.
Sure. Some marlins.
Good Lord.
Where's the twins? Wait a minute. The twins are not a twin. They're
in
a
the
single.
show, yeah.
But aren't there twins in the show? Does Jesse Kasopoulos have twins?
Eventually, yes.
And is that played by one kid?
That is.
No.
See what I did
They
there?
stuck a mirror on set.
If the twins are going to play one person, this one person's going to play the twins. Screen Actors Guild.
The basis for the strike right there.
Look at Coulier's fishing gear. His
I'm pretty
outfit.
sure that they were fishing and looking at Alcatraz right there. I'm pretty sure that was an Alcatraz shot.
They're running in a park. Weird. They're playing tag.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So there's some really bad, what do you call that?
Green screen.
Green
kind of-
screen.
Green
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, really bad. They're still in the convertible, but it's, what are the kids' names? Michelle.
DJ
and
Stephanie Tanner.
What does
Stephanie.
DJ stand for?
I have no idea.
Denise Jennifer?
Conky didn't send me that.
Sure.
All right. We'll say Denise Jennifer.
But basically, this convertible could be in front of the moon.
Like when my
I'm
kids...
just how bad the green
It's
screen
really
is.
bad green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when my kids go to the video arcade and there's one like for the real little kids where they're driving a car and you can take a picture. It like takes a picture.
Yeah.
That's basically what it looks like.
It's
right
great.
there.
It's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
On. Stamos.
No, first off,
He's a rocker. He rides a motorcycle.
He's riding a Harley. He's got his leathers.
there's no way in hell Stamos is wearing a helmet.
It's required in some places. We live in Wisconsin where it's not.
Now, I want
Other people might find that very normal for Jesse, the rocker, to be wearing a helmet on his motorcycle.
All I know is
Oh, you go ahead.
all I know is if you got hair like that, there's no way you're stuffing it in a helmet.
Now, he's in California, and when I
Right.
watched Motley Crue's Wild Side video,
Correct.
they were also in California,
Yep.
and Vince and Mick and Tommy and Nikki were not wearing helmets.
There's no way Tommy's worn a helmet on any part of his body in his whole life.
Now, I want all of you to wear helmets, but Jesse riding a Harley in full leathers with this nerdy-ass little silver helmet, it's just not working.
It's David Dukakis in a tank.
There's
Wear the helmets, everybody. But Jesse, it's not working.
how can you be a ripper and wear? And that's it's a gray helmet. It's a weird. The whole thing is weird.
Whoa! Hold on. So we just saw Jesse playing an 80s shredder guitar in a tank top with a Marshall half stack.
Yep.
And one of the kids was walking past him.
Was like ballerinaing.
He's like, "What are these kids doing? I'm trying to shred my Jesse and the Ripper tunes." All right.
I bet he's gonna hit on some women right here. Oh, have mercy.
Was that his thing?
I think that was a
Have
line
mercy.
of his. Yeah. It was like his cut it out.
He's like,
Oh, Lombard Avenue. Lombardi.
Not Lombardi.
Dang it.
I remember the kitchen very well. Wow. What a ride, team. All right. If you are new to our show, this is the time where we vote on it. And it's either going to get a I'll be back or a You're in Big Trouble, Mister, appropriately.
Yeah.
And if it gets 2 I'll be backs, it's on our wall of fame. 2 You're in Big Trouble, Misters, it's on our wall of shame. Ryan, you seem to have a heartfelt stake in the show. You start us out today.
Well, I have to say, part of me feels like it would be appropriate to give it a Michelle because it's Michelle's show, but I'm not. I'm going to give it an Arnold.
I'll be back.
Engineer Pete.
I really dislike the old man yelling at cloud lyrics. I'm confused about why I don't have a milkman and I don't have a paperboy. Wow. But it's still a good song, so
I'll be back.
Oh, nice.
I'm really conflicted. I really, really don't like the singer's voice. And I really, really don't like the verse lyrics.
The Milkman Blues.
It's bad. It's horrible.
yeah. And I just to clarify, my vote was very close.
The chorus is such an 80s icon, though.
Yep.
Because prior to this analysis, I would have said, that's a good theme song. So I got to stand by that. Like, once you get to that, it's you're driving through a river of shit to get to that win. So I am going to also give it an I'll be back. Reluctantly.
I'll be back.
And that chorus just saves it because it's a hooky one, isn't it?
Well,
Everywhere you... It's really... The chorus is so good.
yeah, it makes the whole song, right?
Yeah.
It keeps what might otherwise be a sinking ship from sinking, or at least keeps it afloat.
Right. And if we look, for example, looking back to last week, the second Gimme a Break didn't have a hook to save it.
Yeah.
This one had a hook to save it.
One thing that I hadn't thought about until you just mentioned it was like your preconceived notion of the song versus now listening to it.
Yep.
And I agree with you on this version. My memory of it was I loved it. Like I love the song, and listening to it now, I still like it, but it definitely brought it down.
Exactly. Yep.
From what I recall it being.
My childhood memories were rosier.
Yep.
Like Rosie O'Donnell as the dental hygienist in Give Me a Break.
Get behind you.
Oh, man. Well, that was great. It was fun to spend some time with the Tanners and Gladstones and Cassopolises. I did pretty well on that, boys.
Yeah, you did.
Yep. Actually, Jesse's character had a different last name initially, but he wanted something Greek sounding to reflect his Greek background.
So he was like Jesse
Fascinating.
Martin, the first.
I don't know what it was, but
Huh.
yes, Katsopolis was put in at Stamos'
Well,
request.
listeners,
Interesting.
figure it out for us. What was his original last name?
Yeah.
And put it into a comment or a chat for us.
Love it. All right, we're just about out of time. Any comments, questions, areas of concern before we wrap her up for the week?
No. Well, yes. One comment.
I like it.
Joey Lawrence mushroom hair
Yep.
cut came up last week. I am 99% sure that Jesse and Becky's twins had the same mushroom haircut.
Interesting.
And it had to be like
Looked-
at least
That
10
damn
years
Koopa
later.
head.
Just as ridiculous.
The crazy mushroom head.
Well, hold on a second. Now that I'm thinking back on this, we're talking about the child actors. Joey Lawrence was just one person, right?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. I don't know that I fully understand the question.
But he was a little guy, and he was acting with Nell Carter, and he didn't need a stunt double. He didn't need a twin.
I see where he's going. Well, maybe I think Michelle
Must be an
Tanner was
age-
so young.
Must be an age cut.
If you look in that, she was in a Greco,
yeah, she's
child
a
scene.
true
She's a-
baby.
yeah.
Yeah,
so they needed a handful of kids to
bebe.
play her part.
yeah.
The-
Bebe.
Holy smokes! Well, guys, we did it. We analyzed Full House. We gave it 3 thumbs up. I wouldn't have, when we first started that song. I mean,
if we were doing thumbs on a point system, it would be like 5.5. It's barely on the positive.
It's just
but,
barely. But that damn hook gets you.
but it made it.
Everywhere you look,
Everywhere you something.
it's the heart,
Somebody who's something.
it's the hand.
Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum,
Exactly.
boom.
Exactly.
Hey guys, if you have any comments, questions, thoughts about Full House, Jesse and the Rippers, Bob Saget's potty mouth, or anything else, give us a holler. We love hearing from you guys. But until next week, it's time for us to press stop on this recording and bong a couple of beers and go to bed.
All right.
All right. Until next week, I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Peter.
And thank you so much for listening to the Super 80s Podcast Friend.